Welcome to Soul Essence Yoga. Today we'll be working with a back strengthening and stretching sequence. So you can take a comfortable seat on the mats. And we're going to start on our backs today. So just bringing the knees together and making your way all the way down. Keeping the knees bent. Just separate the feet as wide as your hips. Lift the pelvis to tuck your tailbone underneath. And sweep your arms out to the side. Gently close the eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in through the nose. And sigh it out through your mouth. And breathe in deeply again. Feel the air expanding into your lungs fully. Sigh it out nice and slow. Just bring your awareness to the crown of the head. Then down into your face as you relax the eyes, the cheeks, and the jawline. Relax the shoulders and the hips, and soften the spine down between these two areas. Take a few moments just to connect to your body and to your mind as you prepare for your practice. Sliding your hands up underneath the head. As you rest into the hands, breathing deeply. As you breathe out, lift the head and shoulders, tuck chin forward onto your chest. And just give some pressure with the hands behind the head to lengthen the neck. Release it out slowly. As you cactus your arms, turn your head towards your right side, easing the cheek towards the floor, stretching down the side of your neck. And then back to the center, and turning your head over to your left side, again pressing the cheek towards the floor. And then coming back to the center, lower the arms, reaching towards the heels, and just stepping your feet right up close to the bottom. Going to take dynamic bridge movement here. Spread the toes nice and wide, make sure that they're all pointing directly forward, and then root down through all four corners of the feet. Pull the hands down towards the feet. Press to the feet and the shoulders as you rise the pelvis. Breathe it in and release from the top of your neck, rounding your spine into the floor, touching the hips down last as you exhale. Breathing in, lifting the hips right up, pressing through the top of the shoulders and rounding your spine. Exhale, release down slowly. Let's take it up for 3. Squeeze the glutes. Keep drawing the quad muscles towards each other without collapsing the knees in. And exhale, release it down. We'll take one more. Breathe it in. And slowly release, breathing out. Moving into a static bridge posture now. Again, pulling the hands towards the heels. Breathe it in, rise up the hips. This time tuck the shoulders beneath you one at a time. Interlace the hands together and press them down towards the floor. Keep expanding through the chest and breathe here for 8, 7. Feel your knees directly over the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Maintain the position, but release the hands, bend the elbows, and bring your hands into the hollow of the back. Rest the spine into the hands, releasing the glute tension slightly, and just breathing here again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shifting weight into the left foot. Extend the right leg, pressing through the heel, and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the leg down, place the foot in its starting position, and shift the weight to raise up the right leg. Breathe here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending the leg, realign the feet, press firmly, engage the glutes, and slowly release the hands. Untap the shoulders, lift the heels, and round from the top of your neck through the spine, touching the hips down last. Roll the knees up towards your chest, separate them, and gently rock the body from side to side. As you bring the knees back together, place your hands below the knees and rock yourself up to a seated position. Just shifting back and putting weight into the top of the glute muscles, leaning back. From the lower ribs, draw inwards towards the midline of the body. Reach the hands through and maintain a lengthened flat back. I'm going to raise up one leg at a time. And the left, 2, keep the lower core engaged, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now raising up both legs, moving in the opposite direction. We're going to hold this position while we toe tap the legs. And releasing right side, exhale, and breathe it in. Left side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one on each side, 8. Beautiful. Flex the feet, draw the heels in towards the bottom. As you separate the knees, lengthen up through the spine. Pull the shoulders down from your ears. And then just to create length through the side of the neck, tilt the head over to your right side. And then across to your left. Coming back to the center. As you relax your spine, spin your legs around and make your way into a tabletop posture. Tucking the toes under, Going to take a dynamic cat-cow position. So to start, we'll shift our hips back, stacking them over the heels but not dropping down. Now tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling and lift the head, breathing in. Then pull the body forward, shoulders over wrists, round your spine, touch into chest, breathe it out. Send the body back, hollow the back, breathe it in as you look up. And round the body forward, chin to chest, shoulder blades pulling out, exhale. Breathe it in. Breathing out for 3. Let's go for 2 more. Breathing in. Breathe it out. And last one. Breathing in. Breathing out. Beautiful. Relax the toes. So just separate the knees nice and wide. Take a seat over the heels. And again, touch into chest. Keep walking the fingertips forward and round the back. Breathe here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you relax your back, bring the knees back together. We'll take dynamic movement here from a child's pose through to cobra and back. So just sliding the hands forward. Look towards the top of the mat. As you lift the body forward, wrap your elbows back. Dip the body down, exhale. Feet together, push the ground away, elbows bent, inhale, half cobra. Knees to the ground, take it back to child's pose. Looking forward, breathe it in. Dip down, exhale. Inhale, press the ground away, lift half cobra, knees to the floor. Take it back on exhalation. Let's go for 3, work at your own pace here. Use the breath with movement. 4, 5. Make sure the elbows are not splaying outward. 6. 'Continuous flow. 7. And last one, take it all the way through for 8. Beautiful. I'm going to make our way through into a static half cobra pose. Hands below the shoulders, feet together. As you press the ground away, wrap the elbows in towards the rib cage. Draw your tailbone towards your heels and the shoulders downward. Breathe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending deeper into the elbows, press the knees into the floor and draw all the way back. Coming to rest in child's pose for 3 equal breaths. Once you've completed your breaths, inhale back, coming onto the hands and knees. Bring the knees closer together, make your way down onto the abdomen. Rest the chin on the floor. Interlace the hands behind you over your tailbone. Keep the toes touching and Pull the hands towards the heels as you lift the chin and chest off the ground. Chin rises up, shoulders draw back, breathing in now. Pull towards the feet. Press your lower abdomen into the floor. As you exhale, release down through the spine slowly. Moving into 2, lifting the chin, pull the shoulders back, breathe it in. And releasing from the base of the spine all the way through to the chin, exhale. 3, breathing in. Breathe it out. And last one, we'll hold this position. 4, inhale, rise up. Keep pulling the hands back and breathe here. Press through the tops of the feet to keep you grounded. 4, 3, 2, feel the squeeze of the back muscles. And slowly release on exhalation. Place the hands in a cactus position. Going to lift up the right leg. As you lift your knee up off the floor, take your foot over to the left side of the body and gently twist open. Gaze up past the shoulder towards the ceiling. The right foot is resting in the ground on the left side. Come back to center. And then swapping over to the opposite side, left leg rises up. Lift the knee, take the foot over to your right side, twist the body open to the left. Gaze up past the shoulder. And coming back to the center, breathing in and breathe it out. Slide your hands back in line with the base of the ribs. If you know that you have a wide elbow angle, take the hands further away from the body and turn the fingertips out slightly. Wrap the elbows back so that they draw in towards the ribs. Pressing up into full cobra pose, breathing in. Press the hip bones towards the ground. Pull the tailbone towards the heels and keep the legs nice and active. Full cobra. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As the head relaxes, press the knees to the floor and make your way back to sit over the heels. Going to lean back into the hands, pressing the knees towards the ground and shifting the hips towards the knees, lifting up, breathe it in, breathing out. 2, release down on exhalation. 3, 4, 5, squeeze the glutes tightly when you press through. 6, 7, and 8. Bring the hands out in front of you. Step the feet back. We're going to make our way into downward facing dog, tucking the toes. Step your feet as wide as the hands. Just walk it out here, bending and straightening through the knees. If your hamstrings feel tight, step the feet further apart. And then spread the toes nice and wide. Begin to press down through the heels. Chest is pressing back towards the upper legs. Quad muscles internally rotated and the shoulders externally rotated. We want to take our downward dog a little bit deeper for this one. This is to open up through the shoulder blades. So we're going to drop the head towards the ground, press the chest towards the calves, and feel a hollowness in the back. Our downward dog does not always look like this. It's just where we want to deepen the stretch in the back. And then releasing back to a neutral downward dog, flat back. Shifting weight into the left leg, sending the right heel up, inhale, and long high lunge, exhale. Bring the back knee to the floor, relax the foot down, and ease the pelvis towards the front of the mat. You'll feel a nice deep stretch into the left hip flexor. If the knee feels uncomfortable, lift the kneecap up, internally rotate the left hip, and keep pressing the hips forward. From this position, we're going to move up to our crescent moon pose. Make sure you feel grounded by pressing firmly through the front foot and the top of the back foot. Engage the core muscles. Allow that weight through the hands to become light as you sweep them forward and up. Breathe it in. As you exhale, press the hips forward, reach the hands back, tuck the tailbone down in this back bend. Breathe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Since this is a back bend, we need to draw the hips in towards us. Reach up as you inhale, swan dive down on your exhalation. Back foot tucks under, lifting here, and just walking over to your back leg. So the left leg will become a front leg now. Bring the knee to the ground. Relax the foot and internally rotate your right hip. Ground yourself using the feet. Engage your core muscles and sweep the arms. Breathe it in. Press the hips forward, arms back. Tuck the tailbone down on exhalation. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drawing the hips back towards you, reach up through the fingertips, inhale, swan dive down, exhale. Back foot tucks under, walk back to the length of the mat, all the way over to your right foot, stepping it back into your plank posture. We'll take a dynamic movement here again, using the toes, shifting the body's weight forward and then back. 2, without dropping the height of the plank. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bending the knees down. Taking a seat over the heels, leaning back into your right hand, reach the left arm up, inhale, and take it back, exhale. Float the arm towards the right side, sweep it all the way around, right arm reaches back, breathing in, and float it forward, breathe it out. All the way around, inhale, exhale. Breathe it in, breathe it out. One more to each side, breathe it in, breathe it out. And last one. Beautiful. Interlace the hands behind you, pull the hands away, draw the shoulders back, you'll feel the shoulder blades squeezing together. Just begin to press the chest forward, creating a deeper hollow back. Bring the chin towards the chest. And back to the center. And tilting the chin slightly. Head back to a neutral position. Pull the hips back towards you. Lengthen through the spine. And release the hands and the shoulders. Making our way back to a downward facing dog. Tucking the toes. Breathe it in, shift the weight. And breathe it out. Stepping up to the top of the mat, looking forward. As you inhale, step up, right, left. Place the hands below the feet. Allow the elbows to bend out to the side. Exhale, forward fold. Press down firmly through all the toes, the balls of the feet and the heels to keep you grounded. If you need to micro bend into the knees, that is okay. And slowly lifting the gaze. Nice deep bend into the knees. Drop the hips nice and low. Scoot the arms back and lengthen up through the torso. Tucking the tailbone down slightly. Breathe here. 4, 3, chair posture. 2, and 1. Inhale, rise up. And exhale to the heart space. Breathing in. Reach the hands all the way overhead. Swan dive down, exhale. Hands slide forward, lift the gaze, step back, right, left. Stack the body into plank as you exhale. Bring the knees to the ground, wrap your elbows back, dip the body forward and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, pull the hips through, press the ground away, full cobra pose as you inhale, downward facing dog as you exhale. Shift weight into the left foot, send the right heel up, breathe it in, short lunge, foot behind the right hand, back foot turns slightly open, engage core muscles, float the arms out and up, breathe it in, square the hips, tuck the tailbone, breathing out, warrior one pose. Three slow, steady breaths. And looking ahead, as you breathe in, step it up to the top of the mat, breathe out to the heart space. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, swan dive. Slide the hands forward, lifting the gaze, stepping back, left, right. Exhale into plank posture. Bring the knees to the floor. Wrap your elbows back, dip the body down, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the hips through, breathe it in. And tuck or roll the toes. Breathe out to downward facing dog. Rooting down through the right foot. Send the left heel up, inhale. And short lunge, foot behind the left hand. Back foot turns slightly open, core fully engaged. Float the arms out and up, breathe it in. Square the hips, draw the tailbone down. Staying in warrior one posture for 3 equal breaths. And looking directly ahead as you breathe in, step it up. Exhale down to your heart space. Inhale. Send the hands all the way back, hips forward. Draw back slowly from the hips to the top of the spine. Exhale down. Hands slide forward, gaze lifts, step it back straight to downward facing dog. In this position, bring your left foot to the midline of the mat. Send the right heel up towards the ceiling, breathe it in. Then bend that knee, point the toes, and drop your right foot towards the left side of the mat. Moving into wild thing, swivel the left foot, press up through the hips, and raise the arm up. Breathe here, keep pressure on the inside of your wrist. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending into the knees. Release the hand and swivel the body. Stepping back to your downward facing dog. Reground here. And swap it over to the opposite side. Bring the right foot to the midline. Send the left heel up, breathe it in. As you bend your knee, point the toes and drop the foot over to the right side of the mat. Swivel the left foot, lift up through the hips and reach up through the left hand. Keep the lower hand pressure on the inside of the wrist. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, swivel the body's weight, and make your way back to your downward facing dog. As you lift your heels, lower the knees to the ground, back into tabletop position. Relax the feet, sending the right leg back. Flex the foot, square the hips, left hand reaches forward. Staying with the breath. Imagine reaching through fingertips and heel, stretching the body in 2 directions. And slowly draw it in. Swapping over, send the left leg back. Square the hips, flex the foot, reaching the right hand forward. Feel the body's energy moving in 2 different directions. Stay with the breath. And gently releasing out. Coming to a nice wide child's pose. Cactus arms. As you rest the chin on the floor, take 3 slow and steady breaths. When you have completed your breaths, slide the hands back below the shoulders, bring the knees together and walk it forward into tabletop position. Tucking the toes, press it back, breathe it in, and downward facing dog, breathing out. And to step your right leg forward to the top of the mat. Walk over to the length of your mat and turn the feet in, heels out. Take a slow forward fold. Keep rotating the quad muscles inward towards each other. Relax the crown of the head towards the floor And sweep the arms behind you, interlace the hands, draw the arms overhead, staying here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hands towards the tailbone, bring the gaze forward slowly and place the hands out in front of you. Pull the heels slightly in so that your feet are pointing directly forward. Micro bend into the knees, drop the hips, rise up, breathe it in. And bring the hands halfway down, parallel to the ground as you breathe out. We're going to open our right foot 90 degree, facing the short part of the mat, bending into the knee. And just checking that the knee is directly over the heel, the big toe is visible. You are reaching out through the fingertips, and the back leg is externally rotating. Breathe. If your back feels very hollow, draw your tailbone down, lengthen through the spine, keeping the legs strong. From here, moving to Trikonasana, triangle pose. Press the hips towards the straight back leg, straightening out the front. If you have knee problems, micro bend into this knee. Reach through the right hand. Lower down onto the shin, the ankle, or the floor. Keep the torso in alignment here, shoulder and hip in the same line, and raise up the top arm. Gazing towards the thumb, breathe. And bending into the front leg, sweep the arm back, engage core, rise up, coming back to warrior two. From the fingertips, follow the gaze down to the ground just in front of the toes, moving into half moon pose. So from here the hands will lower down, you're going to jump through, lifting up the left leg, externally rotating so the foot is out to the side. And follow your gaze from this hand, follow that line out and directly overhead into half moon pose. Breathe here. And bending into the front leg, sweep the arm back, drop the foot, and rise up, back to warrior two. Reach the arms up, turn the right foot in, inhale. And as you exhale, lower the arms halfway down, turn the left foot open 90 degree. Moving into warrior two, big toe should be visible. Knee directly over the heel, and your back quad muscle externally rotating here. Stay with the breath. And from warrior two to move to triangle posture, press the hips towards the back leg, external rotation on the front leg, reach through, lower the hand onto the shin, the ankle or the floor. Keep the top shoulder and the hip in alignment and the top arm directly overhead. Staying with the breath. And bending into the knee. Sweep it up, come back to warrior two position. And from your fingertips, follow your gaze just to the toes and out in front of them. Start to lower, pull through the left leg, rise it up. And slowly externally rotate the lifted leg. From the hand, look out to the side, follow a straight line all the way up towards the ceiling. Staying in your half moon pose. Breathe. And bending into the front leg, drop down, sweep the arm, and open into warrior two. Reach the arms up, breathe it in. Feet are turned in, heels out, hands into the waist. Fold over your hips. Exhale. Here we want to counter pose the asymmetric postures that we just did with one symmetric forward fold. Reaching for the ankles. Look ahead, inhale. Bend the elbows out, fold the body down slowly on exhalation. Feel the shoulder blades drawing apart, creating a nice wide back. As you bring the gaze forward, step the hands out, rising up, breathe it in, and walk over to your front leg. Take it back to plank posture. And Chaturanga Dandasana, with the option of knees to the ground. Pull the hips forward, full cobra pose, into upward facing dog. Press to the tops of the feet. Lift the quads and the kneecaps off the ground. Keep drawing the tailbone down. This deepens the bend. Tuck or roll the toes, breathe in. Step the feet apart, downward facing dog, breathing out. As you look to the front of the mat, step up, right, left. Exhale to standing forward fold. Nice deep bend into the knees, arms sweep back, rise up, inhale. And hands to the heart space, exhale. Taking our next move into dancer's position. You're going to root down through the left foot. Bring your right knee up towards the chest, flex the foot, press the heel back and reach back to the inside of the foot. Left hand reaches up, breathe it in. As you exhale, fold over the hips. Focus on your lower leg first. Then draw the top leg up. Stay with the breath. Maintaining your focus point. Inhale, rising up. And release down slowly. Exhale. Opposite side, shifting weight into your right foot. Bending up the left knee. As you flex your foot, press the heel back, point the toes, and reach for the inside of your foot. Bring the knees together, right hand reaches up, breathe in. Slowly fold, there's no need to rush this position. Keep your one-pointed focus. When you feel stable in your lower leg, raise the top one up. And slowly returning, inhale. Release the foot down. Exhale to your heart space. Hope you're still okay with your practice. Take a nice deep breath. Send the hands back, hips forward, tailbone drawn down. And hips back, lengthen through the spine. Swan dive to the floor. Exhale. Slide the hands forward, lift the gaze. Step it straight back into plank posture. Bring the knees to the ground. Wrap the elbows, dip it down. Moving the feet apart, knees slightly wider than the hips, bending up at the knees. Reaching for your ankle joints. We'll take a dynamic bow pose. Chin rises up off the floor, pull the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the chest. Lift the knees, lift the feet. Exhale, releasing down slowly, knees first, then moving from the base of the spine to the chin. Lifting the chin, pull it back through the shoulders, inhale. Release the knees, lower down slowly, exhale. Take it for 3, breathing in, breathe it out. And last one, 4. We'll hold at the top here, equal nostril breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Lower the knees. Release down slowly. Trying to avoid any jerking movements in the spine. Release the feet out. Take a nice wide stance with the feet as they turn out. And rest your hands on the ground with the forehead resting into them. Crocodile pose. Use this posture to neutralize the spine. And bring the gaze forward. Bring the feet back together. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Going to straighten out the right arm. The left hand stays underneath the left shoulder. Left leg bends up. Lift the knee up off the floor. Cross it over to the right side, just like we did earlier. Except now we're going to twist deeper. And actually turn so that the feet are facing to the back of the mat and the knees pointing up towards the ceiling. Stretching through the right shoulder, staying with this twist. And straighten out your right leg. Twist back towards the floor, lift the left knee up, and return back to the center. Opposite way, straightening out your left arm, right hand below the shoulder, right knee bends up. As you lift, take the foot over to your left side, twist the torso open to your right, and bend up the left leg as well. Toes pointing towards the back of the mat. Knees pointing up to the ceiling. Deep stretch through your left shoulder. And straightening out the left leg. Bring the right knee back as you twist into the floor again. And release out slowly. Here you can cactus your arms. Bring the right knee to the side of the body. Take a 90-degree angle at the hip joint, at the knee joint, and at the ankle. Turn the head to your right side. Take a slow, deep breath. And as you breathe out, relax your body. If you are somebody who likes to sleep on the stomach, then this is the safest position for your spine, so that you are not putting pressure in the lower part of your back. Releasing the right leg out. You can shift slightly over on your mat if you need to. Bending out the left knee. Create that 90-degree angle at all three joints. Turn the head to your left side and relax into the floor. Observe if there is any tension in the lower back. And releasing out slowly. Place the hands below the shoulders, tap the toes, knees to the floor, and take it all the way back as you sit down onto the heels. We're going to move into reclined hero pose. Separating the knees. Just open the hands for a moment and let the heels take the weight of the body. Breathing deeply. Feel the spine lengthening up. And as you breathe out, soften the shoulders. Relax your hips and your knees. Few rounds of slow and steady breath here as you prepare to move all the way down towards the floor. Bringing the knees back together. You may feel a little bit of tightness here, that is okay, as long as you're not feeling any sharp shooting pain over the knees. We are going to stretch into the hip flexors, and this is a really powerful posture that can help to deepen your back bends, but it may take some patience and perseverance over time. You're going to keep rolling the quads in towards each other without letting the knees part. Pull the feet outward and sit down between the heels. Just take a moment here. You can put some pressure on the feet. If you need to readjust the position of the pelvis, press the knees to the ground, lift the hips up, and tuck your tailbone down. This will create a little bit of release from the low back. If you feel that this is your full capacity, then you can stay up in this position. Whilst dropping down into the forearms, so we step stepping the hands back. Take one hand over the foot, drop into the elbow, and then the other side. Now to ease up the spine, press the knees to the floor, lifting the hips, the glutes, and again tucking the tailbone under. Release all the way down if the body allows, lowering from the base of the spine. So please curve your spine into the floor, right from the bottom, up to the mid-back, the shoulder blades, the shoulders, and finally the head. If you would take and drop down from a seated position, drop down into your head, the back is going to hollow very much and put a lot more stress there. That way you curve your back into the ground and release from the base of the spine into the head. You can stay here for as long as you feel comfortable. If you are somebody who has reclined, then I'm sure you know how to come out. If at any point you need to come out at your own pace, then please make your way out of the posture. I'm going to move out of this slightly differently. For those of you that would like to join me, you're going to press the body straight from this position into camel posture when the time is right. To make your way up into camel, you're going to place the hands over your heels. If this is not something you've ever done before, then please skip this part out and come up normally. Wrap the elbows in towards you and lift chin to chest. From here, we're going to press the knees towards the floor. Engage the glute muscles. So what will happen is the quad muscles will feel like they're lifting slightly. Hold the feet tightly and begin to press your hips forward over the knees. You'll be holding your heels already, turn the fingertips to face the toes, wrap the shoulder blades towards each other, tuck the tailbone down, and slowly lower the head down between the shoulder blades. Draw the hips back towards you. Bring chin to chest. Support the lower back and slowly pull the hips back, lengthen up through the spine, and finally relax the shoulders. Take a seat. Bring the knees close together, make sure that they are aligned, and relax. Sitting over the heels again. Press the hands open. Just allow a few moments for the body to integrate that practice. And slowly open your eyes. I hope you are still okay with the practice. Moving into the last phase of the class now. I'm going to spin the legs around. And here you can just take a seat behind the mat, lengthways on the mat. Good, we'll start by bending the knees up. We're going to take what we call our tortoise posture. Now this seems like quite a difficult position, but if you get the dynamics right, then it's not so bad. So with the knees bent, what we're going to do is to shift the body's weight forward between the knees. So the arms will be on the inside of the legs. Shift across towards your left bottom, creating space under the right leg and flip the arm backwards. Then from here, shift the weight towards your right bottom, flip your arm out under the leg, this may be as far as you can go. That is absolutely okay. We are still stretching the back in this position. So you really want to squeeze your knees in towards the shoulders and send the hands out. If you can take it deeper from here, begin to press the heels out diagonally. And the legs will push the arms down towards the floor. You can rest the chin or the forehead down. Keep the legs active in this posture and stay with the breath. Stretch in the back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide the right arm out, then the left, and slowly walk your way back into the hips. It's quite an intense stretch, maybe something new that you have not done before, but you can use the modification of that pose. Bring the feet in towards each other, and just holding the toes, gently flapping the knees up and down to relieve any hip and lower back tension. And releasing out slowly. Bring the knees back together. We're going to make our way down into the ground on our back. Just rounding your spine, slowly roll down into the floor. Going to end off with our shoulder stand position here. This is not something that you usually practice. You can take your half shoulder stand or plow posture, even with your feet resting on a block or a couch behind you. So just lifting the pelvis, relax through the back, tucking the tailbone down. As you pull your hands towards your heels, bring the knees towards your chest. Press through the hands, engage the core as you roll into a ball, lift your feet overhead, and coming into half shoulder stand. Begin to tuck the arms beneath you so that your elbows and your shoulders are aligned. Bring the palms onto the base of the back. And slowly raise up the legs. Begin to flex the feet, pressing the heels away while drawing the bottom in. Staying with your breath. And lower the legs, keeping them straight. Bring them towards your face. Release the arms down and round from the upper spine all the way into the hips. As you bend your knees, cross the ankles, tuck the chin to chest in a ball. You can even place pressure behind the head and counterpose that position. Give a gentle turn of the head to your right side and then to the left, and relax. Release down through the spine. Just sweeping the arms overhead. Draw the knees away from your body, breathe it in. And then down towards you as you separate them, breathe it out. Knees together, press away, breathing in. Breathe it out. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, breathe it in. And breathe it out. Lower your feet down one at a time. Separate your feet as wide as your hips. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, turn the feet onto their sides. Drop your knees to your right side. And turn your head to your left. Recline twist for the lower back. Turning the gaze to center, breathe it in. Turn the feet the opposite way and drop your knees to your left, breathe it out. It turns over to the right, stay with the breath. Allow this position to bring equilibrium back through your spine. And then bring the gaze forward again. Inhale to lift the knees. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone down and roll your knees to your chest. Hug the shins, knees are separated. Final position, rolling out to the back as you rock from side to side. Bring the knees back together, lower your feet down. And just allow yourself on your mat, straighten the legs out one at a time. Let the knees and ankles roll out, sweep the arms out to the sides. Check the hips are aligned, the shoulders are aligned, and your spine is straight. Breathe it in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Allow your body to become heavy as you surrender into corpse pose, Shavasana. Coming back to a seated position, just checking in with your body's energy. Notice how you're feeling. Your back may feel a little bit tender. Just root down through the pelvis. Maintain good posture by lengthening up through the spine and softening your shoulders. Pull the palms together at the center of the chest. Take a moment to notice what you are grateful for today. Feel how your heart space has expanded through this practice. Thank you for joining in this practice. All my love. Namaste.